So there is a lot of talk that King Charles, I haven't clicked on this yet, that could be dangerous, but there's a lot of talk that King Charles, oh really, the first Italian English digital daily in the US. Oh, how interesting. I never heard about this website. There's a lot of talk about King Charles having pancreatic cancer and only 2 years to live. I mean, this is a weighty statement. I mean, it's someone's life. And of course, you know, one has to be careful about spreading that, and one has to preface that with saying that these are unsubstantiated, right? I don't have King Charles's medical records, and I don't need to have them. In fact, so I'm not in any way saying that this is fact. I'm saying that this is what's being written quite a lot by many different publications, that he has pancreatic cancer and he only has 2 years to live. And you know, I don't know. What do you think about that? I mean, does it even matter if you believe it? I mean, what do we do with this information? I don't even know. But health crises, accusations of secrecy, media and public relations disasters, the future of the British monarchy is in serious jeopardy. Wow. And this is written by Grace Rousseau Bolajo. And it's just like, wow. It's just like, wow. You know? So it says here, in a stunning development after the weeks of evasion and secrecy, sources report that King Charles III is suffering from pancreatic cancer and has been given a prognosis of about 2 years to live. Wow. And with pancreatic cancer, I mean, if it's true, I mean, 2 years is a maximum. It could be considerably less, but at the very maximum is what they would say. I had a friend who had pancreatic cancer, and he was dead before. I mean, it's like, 1 minute I have pancreatic cancer. I didn't know anything about that. What is that? What are you talking about? And the next minute he was dead, you know. So this stuff seems to, I mean, knock on wood for everyone in this situation, including King Charles, it seems to be pretty deadly. That's like, it sounds like it's one of the worst types of cancer that you can possibly get. Um, what can I say? It's unfortunate because he waited so long to be king, and then this, it was not meant to be. For him, it was not meant to. But look, he got his coronation ceremony, right? He was coronated. He was king. He will go down in the history books as king no matter what happens. That we know for sure. We are not sure that William will be king, but we are sure that King Charles was King Charles. Okay, he was king, and Camilla got her queenship and queenhood. You know, even if it lasted only 2 days. You know, and yeah, I think that the I have to agree with this website. It seems very interesting. La Voce de New York, the first Italian English digital. I like the concept because you don't see that a lot. The Italian language in New York. You see Spanish, you see French, but not so much Italian. Even though there's so many Italians, and it. I've also done New York, the first Italian English digital daily in the US, $6. Oh, wow. Oh, so you have to pay for that. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, so they're saying that, it's pancreatic cancer. And look, I would say that he has aged like shockingly. I know that there's some people, some ethnicities, some families, whatever, who age very rapidly and very intensively. It's like you can't even believe it, you know? And so it could just be that he just looks old, you know, and it's not the cancer. But I would say that he, to me, looks very, very gaunt, very, very gaunt, and just really, really not well, you know. I mean, even in his eyes, I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God, you know. And yeah, so now you have that, and then it seems like William has left him in the lurch, because you would think that William would be onto his father like a little puppy dog when he took that vow in the church when the king was coronated to be his father's something man. What was it? His father's something man. If you remember, put it in the comments. There's a specific word that he used. And but you don't see that. I don't see any evidence of that. I mean, in fact, when King Charles was diagnosed first and he made the announcement that he had cancer, Harry flew all the way from Montecito to see his father, even if for just a day, but he went to see his dad. I think it was before William had even gone to see his dad, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. But even after that, it seemed that if William went to see his father, it was very, very hush hush. It was not publicized because there was no, you know, press reports of William having, I mean, which would be unusual because they report on everything, and something like that they would be proud to report. But he went to see his father very, very seldom, if at all. Likewise with his wife, Catherine, very, very seldom. I think once in a 14-day reported hospital stay did the Prince of Wales, the heir apparent to the British throne, visit his wife in the hospital, right? And I don't recall him going to visit his dad with the cancer. He's not sort of, you know, around his dad, pampering his dad, being there at his dad's side. He took an oath, right? He took an oath. What was the oath? To be his what? His something man, his henchman. No, it wasn't his henchman. It wasn't his henchman. His leadsman. It was something I don't remember. But you tell me in the comments if you remember. And but now it just seems like he's left his father in the lurch. And especially now that, if it's pancreatic cancer and his dad only has 2 years left, you would think you'd see them together all the time, taking walks, driving in a limo together, William constantly saying things, William attending the Easter service, which it could be his father's last Easter service. Think about it. The man has cancer. And William just stays away. Okay, I understand that Kate is getting preventative chemotherapy, but preventative chemotherapy she's not bedridden. William had told us himself while she was not, showing her face in public, that she was busy hiring new staff. She was busy working on a new project for her big comeback. They wrote in the Daily Mail she's going to show Meghan how to be the mummy of the year. Meghan doesn't know anything about lifestyle brand. They are going to show Meghan Kate is back. They wrote that in the Daily Mail. We saw Kate at the farm shop with William bouncing with energy, like literally like she's ready to run an Olympics, right? So the idea that Kate is so sick that he couldn't have attended with the children his father's potentially last Easter on Earth is very interesting. It's just very interesting. It just seems like he's left his father in the lurch. You hear about Princess Anne will be taking up more duties. She'll be doing like 70 meetings, I guess, not a day, maybe a week. Is it a month? I don't even know. 70 outings, right? A 70-year-old doing all this work, shouldering the burden. Poor Camilla, can only do so much before she's winded. Then she needs a holiday, in the south of France, in Sardinia. I'm tired and can do this, right? So poor Camilla, poor Camilla. And it's true, when your husband is sick, a wife can become sick. Honestly, like I've seen this happen. It affects them, whether mentally, physically, they're no longer the same when their husband becomes ill. And so Camilla does have to be careful. And then you see Edward and Sophie trying to, you know, be more public with these broad, grinning, forced smiles for the cameras as if somehow that's going to save the monarchy. And then, Andrew, and they even pulled out Sarah, who hadn't gone since 1991, and there was no William. It's very jarring. It's very bizarre, especially given that, your father has been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and you're going to be his liege man or whatever it was. Is it liege? Liege man? I don't know, whatever it is. And you can't even show up to church with your father? This is bizarre, you guys. This is bizarre. What are your thoughts?